Your Music Nerd t-shirt has arrived in the mail, you're ready to shop for your matching bow ties, and because spring is in the air, you feel that urge for some nice focused, deliberate practice with your ascending chromatic syllables. Welcome to Dan's Solfège Trainer Exercise 5B. They're not movies, they're mythology. Let's do this. 4 flats in our key signature. The second to last flat is always Do. Do is A flat. We're in the key of A flat major. This exercise has a wide range, so I chose a low key. And in case that would put the low so of the standard incipit out of your range, like it does for my voice, I'll show you an alternative major key incipit. For this alternative version, instead of jumping down from Do to low so, we'll step down to a lower neighbor, low T, just a half step below Do. And in a sec, we'll use lower neighbors all over the exercise as well. Here's the incipit. Do, mi, do, ti, do. You try it. Do, mi, do, ti, do. All right, if you can snap, do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And if you can't snap, do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Here we go. Do, so, fi, so. Do, mi, do. Di, re, la, si, la, fa, re. Re, mi, ti, li, ti. Mi, ti, so, mi. Mi, fa, do, ti, do. Fa, do, la, fa. Fi, so, re, di, re. So, re, ti, so. Si, la, mi, re, mi. La, mi, do, la. Li, ti, fa, mi, fa, ti, fa, re, ti, so, do, mi, la, fa, mi, re, so, do. Buckle up, this is going to be fast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Do, so, fi, so, do, mi, do. Di, re, la, si, la, fa, re. Re, mi, ti, li, ti, mi, ti, so, mi. Mi, fa, do, ti, do, fa, do, la, fa. Fi, so, re, di, re, so, re, ti, so. Si, la, mi, re, mi, la, mi, do, la. Li, ti, fa, mi, fa, ti, fa, re, ti. So, do, mi, la, fa, mi, re, so, do. So, in this exercise, we used all the ascending chromatic syllables in the 2 ways they're used the most often. One is a chromatic passing tone, do, di, re, re, mi, and the other is a chromatic lower neighbor. A simple diatonic lower neighbor, meaning one that used only notes in the key signature, would be re, do, re. But in this exercise, we used chromatic lower neighbors like re, di, re. In both cases, we dip down from one note to the next alphabet letter down and come back up. But in a chromatic lower neighbor, we're willing to break the pattern and step outside of the scale to make it a smaller movement. In the next exercise, by the way, we'll sing the distinction between chromatic lower neighbors and diatonic lower neighbors. Now, you may notice that in 2 places in this exercise, we did use these diatonic lower neighbors, and that was for do, ti, do, and fa, mi, fa. And that's because these are the 2 naturally occurring half steps in the major scale. So in these cases, dipping down a half step from do or from fa leaves you on a scale degree. There is no smaller movement within that part of the 12-tone chromatic scale. Now, we're getting a lot of mileage out of these $10 words. Don't worry about learning music theory. Just use singing to build your music practice. Theory is what you do, after all, to understand practice. Most of the fear people have about music theory comes because they're trying to go the other way. They're trying to study something they haven't actually gotten comfortable doing. Practicing musicians usually have less trouble learning music theory because it just puts names to the patterns that they're already using. So if you're not using them yet, just start doing it. Then the concepts usually learn themselves. There's an intro to all the chromatic pitches at 1D, we can solfège that. Or brush up on triads at 3B, primary Dear Watson. But if you're ready, take your chromatic lower neighbors and your sporty new Music Nerd t-shirt to 5C, I'm not even trying. Thanks for doing solfège with me. Have a great practice.